Sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
Chitchat.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, thank you very much. How are you, sir?
I'm absolutely awesome. I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
He is in Los Angeles, and he is George, and I am Alex, and I'm in San Francisco. But we are British, but we're actually dual nationals now, aren't we?
We're both, worst of both worlds. That's what
we are. Worst of it. That is a problem. That is actually very well said, because when you moved away from England, you can see all the problems of England. And when you move here and you're not American, you can see all the problems of America. Mm-hmm. All we could see are the worst of both worlds. That's absolutely true.
Miss, wide right.
I never actually. Where do you think you're going to end up? A bit personal here before we've gone onto the track or whatever, but where, long term.
I don't know. Who knows? I expect to one day win the lottery and the British Virgin Islands, I'm thinking.
Nice. I'll put a wig on and hold your hand.
I'll be okay with that. That age, be fine. Yeah, don't need anything else.
As long as I pee sitting down, it's okay. All right. So we're moving into a bit of a controversy here, aren't we?
Well, you call it a bit of a controversy.
Well, okay. All right. So we know from the title down there, we're going to do Wet Leg. Now, it was passed over by Suzati, and fantastic shout. And she found this band really early on. Now, I'll tell you where the controversy lies. Over in England, we love this band. They've been nominated. They haven't got an album out yet. The album's coming out when?
April.
Right. So they've done like 3 singles.
Yep, they've done 3 singles. We covered their 3rd single a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people think they're going to be big. Now, the controversy is, will they actually be big in America? Now, they're starting a tour, doing some shows over here right now, aren't they? I think, if I remember correctly.
They are. I could have gone to see them last week. And actually, going back, the English love them so much that they've already been voted, number 2 in this.
The sound of 2021. There's lots of sort of critical acclaim. They're going to be huge, and so often some bands in England who get to be huge don't actually cross the Atlantic sometimes. So I think it's fascinating to see if they can do it.
Well, and also our comments, right? So it was absolutely split. Normally the comments are straight, yep, great band, banger, 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 boom. But it was like a lot of the comments were like, nah, Emperor's New Clothes. It's like there's nothing new in it. Now, I personally loved it. Right, I thought they had a unique sound, and I really liked the singer. It was a female singer this time, so I wanted to do another track. So I'm really pleased you brought this up. And also, everyone out there that didn't like them, let's just go again and see why the English have really jumped on. And not only that, the music press in the UK have jumped on this band. See if we got it wrong and see if we like it the second time around.
And I think that what I was saying to you before we started recording was that, I think let's put a marker down. In a year's time, maybe no one will have ever heard of them again. Maybe they'll be huge and we can go, hey, we were there, whatever. So let's see.
But there are bands that are very big in England that are superb, that have still got to get big over here, such as DC Fontaines.
DC Fontaines, yeah. We love the DC Fontaines.
Yeah. Or was it Fontaines
DC? Fontaines.
Yeah, do apologise. I mean, just absolutely boys in the bedland. I mean, I could not think of a better single. And they haven't broken over here. And they can. Yeah. They can.
I think COVID's kind of stopped the whole, getting over and touring kind of thing and the normal promotion. And we're beginning to see it. Like we saw Måneskin come over and get huge promotion over here. Wet Leg are just starting some tours over here. And I think Fontaines are coming over to do something as well at some festivals in the next year. So let's see, And I mean, we know that Wet Leg are not equivalent to some of the mega 70s rock bands or 80s rock bands, the Queens or the Fleetwood Macs or the, they are much more a pop act, but they're different and they're interesting. And I think,
I mean, there's an element of indie music, which
absolutely,
is the thread work, such as New Order and Joy Division and whatever, and they've come through England that really underpin our entire music scene. And then we have the pop on top, and then we have the rock underneath, or whatever. But it's really the indie, and Wet Leg just seemed to sit in that genre really nicely. And there were only 3 singles in, and it's hard, but they've made me laugh, and they have a sound.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's just do another one, and bear with us. And thank you for listening. If this isn't your cup of tea, like, subscribe, join us, Patreon and Instagram, and email at thenewthamesmen@gmail.com.
Brilliant. Well said. Well remembered now.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're the new Thamesmen @gmail.com is someone else has got the Thamesmen at gmail.com.
Yes, give it back.
Write to them. We know their email address. Right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. Who the hell could not sign that band off that song?
I know, exactly. That's a great song, isn't it?
It is absolutely. If you an A&R man, someone or a lady or person or whatever came and dumped that track on, and you listened to that, and most of the dross you listen to through every day, and you come out with that hook.
Yeah, totally. Just like interesting sound, crazy lyrics, slightly suppressed sexuality to it all, like innuendo, fucking great. I was just thinking that can you imagine those days when we used to go to the Co-op Hall in Oxford, where you had a hot, sweaty venue, you had like 400 people, and they would go wild for a song like that. It would be a manic mess of people just going crazy if that came on, that sort of song.
And this is it. Was that their second single, first single?
That's their second single.
Okay. Who were so well produced, so well written, the hook, the hook in there and everything. I tell you what, go back and listen to that bass player. He carried, or she or they carried the entire song. It was phenomenal bass playing, phenomenal. The guitarist had nothing to do in it. It was a really, really, really good track.
Different, really different, and I love her voice. I love her style, her look, her like sideways looks, her side eye kind of thing. She's sort of mesmerizing to watch. So that's always interesting as well.
No indication on how big they're going to get if they're going to mature. So they're still at the age of or still at the point where they can do innuendo lobster tracks.
It's very strange.
Maybe
it's
one
very odd.
Maybe one should never grow out of that. And but I don't know. But at the moment, looks like off the back of the last 2 tracks I've heard, they've got a glittering career ahead of them.
Yeah, exactly. And I really hope they do make it, because that's fun. I'd love to go and see them. And I don't know if that band would ever translate to like a stadium rock. Not at
the moment, but but give them time, man. That's their second single. When back when we were recording or whatever, the second time we were in studios, it was just dreadful. I mean, that was so polished.
Well, they've probably got a bit of money behind them as well to do videos.
They have got some money for that production. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good.
So, brilliant. So banger or wanger?
Wow, it is a juvenile banger.
Lobster. It's a lobster banger.
It is a sneaking giving all that. It's a lobster banger.
What sounds does a lobster make?
What sound? Well, what's a word for lobsters and crabs or organisms that actually have consciousness? Is it sentinel or whatever?
Sentient?
Yes, sentient. They've just realised that crabs and lobsters are sentient creatures.
I really like octopus.
And octopus, so that means you can't boil them alive. They know they're being boiled alive. So what sound does does a lobster make when he probably goes?
Don't ask that question.
That's really dreadful. But anyway, they're sentient creatures.
Yeah.
Giving all that. Sorry. Right.
Yes. Well, good track. So do we do, question for you people, do we do the first single of Wet Leg, or do we leave it alone? Let's have some answers down below. If we, enough likes, maybe we do the first single as well, bring it out into the open as well. Let's see.
Can be interesting in the comments, because and I like it also when people say not for me. I don't like it. There are bands that George likes, Golden Earring, that I don't like, Midnight Oil. But that's cool, right? That's just music.
Yeah. Man, I love all your music.
You don't. but that's cool. But that's what's so good. So even if you don't like the music, put it down there. I don't like it. That's groovy as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't feel, it's not antagonistic. You don't have to argue about it. It's just cool,
Yeah. Yeah, no, because if we all like the same music, it'd be a very boring world we lived in, wouldn't it?
It'd be like U2. The world would be U2 have got a song for everyone, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. So we need more. We need more different crazy people out there. It's always good. So
all right, fantastic, brilliant, thank you. See, well, and also I was going to say put what other tracks they've got, but they've only got one more.
They've only got one more. So if you want us to do that one, let's put that one.
We're done. We promise we're done. All right. See you on the flip side.